Hi guys, I'm Joy and this is Joy's Beauty Johns. So today I wanted to kind of compile some of my favorite products and do a full face for you guys so you can see how these products work. I am in love with each and every one of these and I highly recommend them all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you find something useful in it and something that you want to pick up for yourself. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I want to start by saying that this list is not exhaustive. These are just products that I've tried and I'm so excited about that I didn't want to have to go through my entire collection, pick out my favorite foundations, pick this out, try things out for a week, figure out the best of the best of the best, and then have this giant list for you guys. Like, these are products I'm loving so much. I don't want you guys to have to wait. I want you guys to be able to grab them right now, know that they're okay, buy them confidently, and just kind of see some products that I'm enjoying. So I want to start off just letting you know I have a fully moisturized face, under eye cream, yada yada. But I do want to come in fresh faced because there's products I love from base all the way up. So the first one I want to talk about is the Pixi Skin Treats Hydrating Milky Mist. I really enjoy this product. It's very easy to use. It's so simple. It just has a little pump. You just spritz. It smells amazing. It's a very light scent, but such a refreshing and pleasant scent. I just enjoy this so much. So if you have dry skin or you just enjoy having like a refresher spray, do not sleep on this. It is fantastic. So the next product I want to talk about, and I really wanted to make this entire video essentially dedicated to this product. I've seen it trending a ton, and I haven't seen anybody really mention after using this primer what they felt about in terms of how it wears, or maybe it's out there, I just may not have seen the video. But the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, I picked up the small size. This comes in a full size for $30 and then a small size for $15 at Sephora. So I was very curious. I saw this trending a ton. I'm like, it's 15 bucks. I can totally spring 15 bucks. That's totally fine, and I'll get a chance to try it. When I first used this primer, it did keep my makeup on my face, and it also emphasized texture like you would not believe. It was every pore, everything. I was like, oh my God. But this is in products I am loving video. Why? Because I have this. This is literally my new favorite primer combination. I basically start off, after I've moisturized, I put this No Pore Bloom Primer by Touch in Sol that I received in my BoxyCharm. They do sell this at Sephora. I know it retails somewhere in the 20s. I'll go ahead and insert the price here. And this, guys, I mentioned $15 for the small size, $30 for the large size. So start with the No Pore Bloom Primer all over your skin. One pump with my dry skin covers my whole face. So you want to start there and then apply the Milk Makeup Hydro Primer on top. And this has been a miracle for me this week. Thrilled with these products. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the first primer on. As you see, it has a little pump, a little cap and a little pump. One pump. Looks like that. I start off here around my pore area, my nose, my forehead, right in these little areas where I get the worst texture and where I need the most help with coverage and lasting power with my foundation. And then my little lines and all kinds of texture, always fun. And then I just take the rest of what's on my hands and I just move it through the rest of my face. But I wanted to get the concentrated amount in the area where I need it most. Okay, so now that we have the Touch in Sol primer on, I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And this, I think I used 2 pumps. We'll start with 2 pumps, which looks about like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start in those trouble areas and then spread it through the rest of my face. For foundation, I have a bunch that I've enjoyed so far, all from the drugstore. I still have plenty more to test, but like I said, I wanted to go ahead and report in to you guys with some great finds thus far, rather than wait until I have all of my opinions on every product I own. Like, who has time for that? So some foundations I'm loving. The first is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This stuff is incredible. Everyone has been raving about it. No one is lying to you. This is fabulous. From a dry skin girl, love this. But this has been essentially like breaking the internet like Beyonce. Everyone loves this foundation. I do too. Totally agree. Fantastic. The next one I like is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. This is the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I do go in with a concealer when using this foundation in terms of, under my eyes and such, but I really do like this product. I think it wears beautifully. It does tend to make me a little bit oily in my T-zone, throughout the day, but I just tap with my finger. You can use a blotting paper and done and done. It's totally fine. If you've been watching me from the beginning, I know you guys are familiar with this foundation. I've been raving about it since day one. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. Love this, even though I have dry skin. I have tried the Glow formula, but I don't know that I loved it as much as this one. I have to test it again. But this one I know I love, and it looks fantastic on the skin. It's just beautiful. And I highly recommend this whether you have oily skin or dry skin. And it's supposed to work for oily skin, and I know it works for dry skin. So I think this would work for everybody. And I just love this, highly recommend. The only issue with this foundation, again, is this lack of pump. However, it's so good that I don't care. You can always purchase a pump, or you can just pour a little bit on your hand or on a glass plate or something like that, however you prefer to apply foundation. But love this. This is fantastic. And then the last one that I tried and I really, really like is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I had tried this. I didn't know if I liked how it lasted on my skin. Then I was watching a Kathleen Lights video, and her skin was so beautiful. If I can, I'll find the video. I'll link it in the description box. But her skin looked so beautiful that I was like, what is she wearing? And I scrolled through her description and I saw the Healthy Foundation. I'm like, I have that. Like, I have that right now. Like, I need to pull this back out and try it again because she looked fantastic. I have been loving this all week with this primer combination. It helped with, if this wasn't lasting well before, and that's what I didn't like about it, this primer combo has saved the day. So loving this, loving all of these fairly equally. I'd say these two are probably my favorite, the Infallible and the Fit Me so far. And then these guys would be literally almost neck and neck. I love all of these. They're all fantastic. I love them all. I'd buy them all again. So out of the four, I'm gonna go with this one today. But before I apply this on my face, I also want to tell you about a brush I recently picked up from Target, and I am loving it so much. It's actually by Sonia Kashuk, and it's this brush right here. I will list down below what this brush is called. But this is basically a flat top foundation brush, and this has been applying my foundation beautifully. I had been using exclusively the JH03 from Jaclyn Hill and Morphe, and I love this for my foundation. But I kept seeing brushes more similar to this one, and I had picked up some, but they were a little too wobbly, more for BB cream than a foundation. When I saw this with these short bristles and it's really dense, it doesn't wobble all over the place, I was really curious to try it. I've been using this all week and I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my foundation on with this today. This is the foundation on my skin. As you can see, I just used the doe foot applicator inside of this bottle. looks like this. Put it all over my face. And then I blended it in with this brand new brush. And I just adore this so much. I don't know. I love the way it applies. And I think it really helps to like buff out my foundation really beautifully. Big fan. Okay, then for some concealers I recently tried and loved. One of them is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Hydrating Concealer. I enjoy this because I definitely have some fine lines under my eyes. I have dry skin. My makeup can tend to get crepey. I've enjoyed this one. I also recently was looking for the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I had heard that e.l.f. had this fantastic new concealer that people were raving about. I didn't know what it was called at the time, and I was in CVS. This was a couple weeks ago. And I came across two other e.l.f. concealers, and I was like, was it one of these guys? Like, I don't know. So I just picked them up, and I've been using them this week in conjunction with each other. And the first is the e.l.f. Oh, it's just an e.l.f. highlighter on one side and concealer on the other side. What I basically did was go ahead and put this under my eyes, and then I went back over with the hydrating side and also put that under my eyes. Blended it all out. Needed a little bit more coverage, so I went back in with this other e.l.f. concealer. I will find out what he's called and I'll list it here. But I've been using these guys in combination with each other, and it's been really great results. I haven't gotten any creasing. My under eye has not looked dry. It's stayed beautifully all day. So big fans of these. I have yet to try this camo one that I just recently picked up after I found out what was the e.l.f. concealer that everybody was going crazy about. So I will report back on this one. Probably have this in my shop, my stash for the upcoming week. But the other one that I am floored over, like somebody like wake me up because I'm dreaming. This L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer is so fantastic. Like, people are calling this a dupe for the Shape Tape, and I honestly find that offensive to this concealer. Shape Tape, why no one talks about how dry it is under the eyes? It really is. I mean, it's got great coverage. I love it. I own it, blah, blah, blah. But like, I don't use it that much because it does get a little crusty under your eyes. Like, it might give you full coverage, but it doesn't hydrate very well, for me at least. But this L'Oreal Infallible Concealer is bomb.com. Bomb. Love this so much. Highly recommend. Snag this. You will thank me. And this brush is so good. I've literally just been using this for my concealer too, instead of going back in with a separate brush and dabbing that in. I'm just using this for everything. I'm loving this Sonia Kashuk foundation brush so much. Next for face powder, recently I've been really enjoying compact face powder. I do like loose setting powder, but it can get a little messy, it can be a little hard to work with, and sometimes compacts are so fast, especially before work in the morning. So I have been loving quite a few. I have the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is the translucent powder. It's shade 100, and it's the matte and poreless. It's for normal to oily skin, but like I said, I've been enjoying this even with dry skin. Another one I've been loving is the Neutrogena. This is the skin clearing mineral powder. This is fantastic. I really enjoyed this. Used it for a full week. Loved my makeup. Highly recommend. And mine is in Natural Ivory shade 20. Another one I've been loving is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. Mine is in shade 725 Buff Beige. I enjoy this a lot. And then the one that I've been using this week, I actually found at TJ Maxx, and I'm going to make sure and see if this is available somewhere else online or something like that, but did find this in TJ Maxx, so I would look for it in yours. It is the Physicians Formula Youth Wear Powder, and this is also in translucent, and it's fabulous. So I'm going to use this one today. All right, so we have our powder done. And I actually want to move into a lip product. I actually got this recently from Sephora with points. It's like 100 Sephora points. And I was like, I have like 800 of them so far. So might as well just pick this up. It is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. And the full size of this little guy is 20 bucks, and I will be purchasing it as soon as I run out of this. Just show you guys the product inside. It's basically just like a lip balm, but it is so moisturizing and fantastic. I just really love it. And I meant to do this a little earlier on when I finished with my moisturizer, but we're gonna just do it now so we can get to moisturizing. But yes, love, love, love Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Fantastic product. Highly recommend. All right, so moving right along, a product that needs no formal introduction, the KKW Brighten Powder. You guys know I've talked about this in just about every single video I've shot, so I'm not gonna focus on it too long, but I just wanna mention this. I'm gonna put this under my eyes now. It really helps me with my dark circles, and it helps me to set my concealer. Well, the next thing I want to show you guys is more so a technique than a product. Recently, I've switched up my nose contour and I am loving it so much better, and I think you guys might enjoy it as well. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Cover FX palette that I received in Boxy Luxe for this month, and it looks like this. And I'm just going to dip into this contour shade with this cute little Japanesque fan brush I recently picked up. It's very soft, like super duper 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 soft. Thin, you guys can see. And I've been loving, loving, loving this for nose contour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip into this contour shade, kind of coat my brush, tap it off. And I've just been very gently kind of coming in like this, letting it shape around my brow. And I think it's so much softer. It still contours my nose, but I don't have big old lines or lots to blend. It just puts it on very gently, kind of work it up around your brow. And my nose looks a lot more contoured now, but isn't like super stripy. So just like a little soft contour. Next, I go in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. Mine is in the shade Pearl. I was gonna say mine is in the shade I Need Freaking Glasses, which I really think I do. But I just take this and drag it up and down my nose. And I take my little ring finger and just blend it. And that's like my new nose contour. I like this so much better. And obviously you guys know I'm on a journey. I'm gonna hopefully continue to improve with technique, but I wanted to share that technique with you guys. So next I'm gonna go in with another favorite product that I've recently discovered. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. Mine is in Sunlight. It's in the first shade. I do have a little crack right there. I actually bought it like that from Ulta. It was the last one, and I'm sure it was only there for me because it was cracked. But I think if it wasn't cracked, I probably would not have even been able to get my hands on this. It's been, I think, probably sold out. I wanted to try this. I heard great things, and I love it. I love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I think it's fantastic, but it does tend to get a little bit like patchy on me sometimes, where like I'll be blending and it looks a little darker in some areas than others. This like goes on so smoothly. There's no patchiness. It's fantastic. Love this. Highly, highly, highly recommend. And it smells really good too. It's kind of coconutty. So moving right along, another favorite product I have for you guys today is the Milani Blush. This is in Blossom Time Rose, and it has this pretty little flower pattern on the front. I have been in love with this blush. It is beautiful. And since I don't have an eyeshadow palette right now that's a favorite of mine, I'm still testing so many. There's so many that I love. I'm just gonna go ahead and contour my eye with some bronzer. Okay, so next for highlight, I have two products to share with you. One is this Moda brush that I recently received in my BoxyCharm. This has become my new favorite highlighting brush. I love it. The bristles are super soft, super wobbly. It puts on your highlight beautifully, softly. You don't have like streaks and stuff. So I really love this brush. And I've been loving this beautiful palette from Flower Beauty. And this is the Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. And I adore this. It's got a pretty kind of like champagne-y color here, a rose gold color, and then a golder color. So far I've been enjoying this champagne color a lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the high points of my face now. I do have a new favorite brow product as well. This NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I adore this. It's about 10 bucks. Got it from Ulta. I think this is a total dupe for the ABH Brow Wiz. Love this brow pencil, and it's way more affordable, and it's fantastic. Highly pigmented, it doesn't smudge, and it's got a fine point. Well, it's got a spoolie, and it's got a fine point on the other end. And I love this. I think it's fantastic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows now quickly. And lastly, to finish the lid, I'm just going to dip back into this Flower Beauty palette. I'm going to tap into this champagne color and just put that on the lid with my finger. I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and just blend it. And as you guys know, no look would be complete without my Kat Von D and Thunderstruck in the inner corner. And for setting spray, I am loving Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix setting spray. Definitely pick this up. It smells a little funky. It does a great job. I'm not going to include a mascara today because I've only tested one and I haven't tried anything else, so I can't really say I have a favorite. I did declutter my Great Lash by Maybelline because I did try it the one day. I kept pulling it out to use it up and I kept leaning toward the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. So one day I actually went to go ahead and use the Maybelline Great Lash and I ended up with black stuff all under my eyes. I said, you know what, just throw it out. So it's in the trash. So anyway, this is the little look for today. Products that I am loving. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as well and can see how they are wearing on my face. Kind of help you guys to see if you might like to pick these up as well. So anyway, I thank you guys so much for being here and I love you guys. Hope you have a great weekend and bye. Okay, and I do have a favorite brow product. I do have a favorite brow. I know, right, babe? My life. Simple. Yeah, babe, my favorite babes. Okay. I do have a new favorite brow product as well.